Hello and welcome back to PE Academy, and this is the part 5 of the video series under sets. So right here we are going to be looking at this example. So in the previous part we've been explaining all the things, the concept of sets, Venn diagram and everything. So now we are going to be looking at examples on you are likely to come across when you are looking at sets. So in this example 1, it said, given that A, B and C are subjects of the universal sets U, now each of which is defined as follow. So these are the values for the universal sets for set A, for set B, and set C. Now they said list the numbers of sets A, B, and C. That means we should look for the elements. If you look at this is similar to what we looked at in the part 1 when we are looking at some things that I asked you to note. So we've looked at this in the part 1. So you can see we are going to you can see that all these things are also in sets. So it said then the B part says we are looking for A union B, all into brackets union C. We're also going to look for A union into brackets B intersection C, and A intersection into brackets B union C prime. So these are very simple questions. Just forget how it is being written. It is very simple, and we are going to be doing that right now. So now the first thing they ask us to do is list the number of sets of sets, the universal sets A, B, and C. That means we should look for the elements. You can see that right here they didn't give us the element of the set straight away. They didn't give us the element, so we are going to look for the element for the universal set A, B, and set C. So let's do this together. So now let's start with the universal set. So let's don't forget the curly bracket. So we are told that x is 2 is less than or equals to x, and then less than 12, where x is an integer. So what it means is that we can also rewrite this as what is here. This 2 is less than or equals to x less than 12. You can also write it as x is also the same thing as x is greater than or equals to 2, and our x is less than 12. So this is the range. This is the range of for the elements in the universal set. So when they say x is greater than or equals to 2, don't forget I said I've discussed this in the part 1. So when we talk about x is greater than or equals to 2, that means our elements will start from 2. And then we have our x is less than 12. So the number that is less than 12 is what? Is 11. So that means the value for our universal set is 2 to 11. That will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. These are the elements for the universal set. So now let's go to A. Say that for A, the value of our x is what? Which is the element is 3 is less than x and less than what? 6. So for this also is the same thing as saying that our x is greater than 3 and our x is what? Is less than 6. Now the reason why I always like the x to come first is that it's easy to understand when the x is coming first. So when we say x is greater than 3, you know that okay, x is greater than 3. Unlike when you have 3 is less than x, it looks kind of confusing. So that's why I prefer to have it at x is greater than 3. They mean the same thing, but the way it is written or it is being said will be different. So when we say x is greater than 3 and our x is less than 6, so this is for A. So let's put it down. So if x is greater than 3, that means our values will start from 4. The reason why it's starting from 4 and not 3 is because it is just greater than. Assuming we have x is greater than or equals to 3, then our value will start from 3. But now we are having only x is greater than 3. So we'll start from 4, and our x here is less than 6. So the integer that is less than 6 is 5. So the value for A is 4 and 5. Then we can close it. So let's do that of B. So for B, we are told that okay, our 2 is less than x, less than or equals to 5. So that means x is greater than 2. So that will start from 3. And then our x is less than or equals to 5. So that means that the value for x stops at 5. So that will be 3, 4, 5. But don't forget, also there's a union sign here. So let's put our union sign. We are still on B. 9 is less than x. And then x is also less than 12. So that means our value for x. So if x is greater than 9, That means we to start from 10, 11. So now, to get the real value for B, so we are going to look for the union. So don't forget to talk about union, that's collection of both sets. So the value for our B will be 3, 4, 5, 10, and 11. So this is, so you can see that even in for us to derive set B, you can see what we have to go through. We have to apply the union of sets in order to get the value for B. So now let's get the C. So for our C, we are told that what 4 is less than or equals to x and is less than or equals to 8. So what it means is that the value for the elements in set C is 4 to 8. That will be 4, 5, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So with this, we've been able to answer the question A, which they say what? List the number of sets in the universal set, set A, set B, and set C. So now we've already gotten the elements for universal set, for A, for set A, for set B, and set C. So now let's look at example 1. Let's look for the I. So the I is what? Said we should look for. Okay, let me do that on a new sheet. So for the I, what we are looking for is A union B union C. This is C. A union B and union C. So let's leave it like this. So for A union B, so let's start with A union B. Now A union B union C is also the same thing as A union B union C without the brackets. This is also the same thing as this. So if you are in doing this, so let's look at set A, set B, and set C. So when we talk about the union, all the elements that is in A, B, and C. So we are going to collection of all those elements is what we are going to do now. So let me write for A. Okay, we can just look at it from instead of writing it again. So for A, if you look at all the elements in So if you look at the elements in A, B, and C, they are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11. So for A, 4 and 5, we have 4 and 5. For B, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. This is 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. Then for C, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see that all the elements in A, B, and C are present in this set. So that gives us what? The union of sets A, B, and C. So let's go to the II, which is A union B intersection C. Now for this, we are going to solve it separately. So first of all, we are going to look for B intersection C. So B intersection C. So this is B. Let me adjust this. So this is set B and this is set C. So what elements do they have in common? So if you look at it, 4 is common, 5 is common. Those are the only two elements that is common. So B intersection C is 4 and 5. So the next thing is now is to use this 4 and 5 with the union of A. So A union B intersection C, that will give us, so 4 and 5, and then let's look at A. A is also 4 and 5. So 4 and 5 will give us the answer 4 and 5. So that's the union of A union into brackets B intersection C. These are the elements in B intersection C and A. They are both 4 and 5. So it will be 4 and 5. So let's go to the third one. So the third one, we're having A intersection B union C prime. So first of all, we are going to look for this B union C. So for B union C, that means the element of B, and C. So we bring them together, collection of both B and C. So if you look at it, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, and 11. So that's the union for B and C. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11. So now let's look for B union C prime. Don't forget, when we are looking for prime, that means the element in the universal set that is not in what? In this B union C, that is the prime. So since we know our universal set, this is our universal set here, which is 2 to 11. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So with that, what are the elements in the universal set that are not here? So let's write that. So those numbers are what? 2. So we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, 2, 9. So 2 and 9. So these are the elements that you will not find in this particular set B union C, but is in the universal set. So now we've gotten our B union C prime. So now let's intersect it with A. So for A intersection B union C prime, so that means what we are doing now is intersection of A, which is 4 and 5, and this B union C prime, 2 and 9. So if you look at these two, you see that there's nothing in common. For A set A, we have 4 and 5. For B union C prime, which is this B union C prime, we have 2 and 9. So there's nothing in common. So that means the answer for this Roman figure 3 is an empty set. So we just leave it like this. So don't put any, there's nothing in common. So we just leave like this. That means what is an empty set. So that these are the solution to what, to question what, number 1. So right here we've been able to get all the elements for the universal set, set A, set B, and set C. And here we have been able to solve the other three questions in the B part of it. So here is the question. So in the next part of this video, we are going to be looking at example number 2. So I'll see you there.